I'm just throwing it in the garbage can, guys. I don't have no more food. They see wrappers and stuff and they go crazy. I'm just throwing the wrappers in the garbage can. Don't get excited. Okay, let's go fly this sign, man, and get ready, you know, get ready for lunch, because lunch is about to show up in about a few hours. I did eat a cream cheese bagel today. Yesterday I fasted, you know what I'm saying? But not today, man. I wanted that cream cheese bagel, bro. Yeah, I eat stuff, man, but I work out. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's get out of here. That funny laugh, man, from the seagulls. They be doing that victory laugh. Seagulls are like little dogs, man. They're smart. They're very smart. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Boy, I know I done ruffled some feathers in my last video. On my last live stream. I don't care, bro. Women are so mean to men, and we can't be mean back. I don't want to hear it, man. I don't want to hear it. Okay, that's better. 'Cause I didn't see nobody in the chat room. I see a few people now. You probably you guys, you was leaving comments and I couldn't see them. You know, usually motherfuckers kick in the door for shit like this. Kicking in doors, swinging on vines and shit. You know, going through the window, you know. You know, they hear you talking about something that's offensive and they kick in doors, they coming in on vines, you know, coming out of sewers, creeping in the window and shit. And, let's get the hell out of here. Today is pho day, man. We having pho today. I try to eat pho as much as I can. Cause that's a really healthy meal. I love noodles. I love noodles. I like eating noodles with chopsticks. Yeah, so man, have all your standards in the world, bro. Life is too short to sell yourself short, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, life is very short. So short that it could be over like next year or something. You might die next year, man. You might not even make it. And you out here settling, man, when you can die at any moment from any disease or something like that. You know, what's up with it? Oh, I did? I had, I was sleeping. I forgot to turn off the live. Damn, that's crazy. Okay, now I can see the comments. In the last live stream I did, I couldn't see no comments. Then I passed out on live. Damn, I didn't know that. I must have woke up and turned it off then. Yeah, I must have woke up and turned it off. Because I woke up this morning and my phone, the live wasn't on. So, yeah, I woke up and I turned it off probably. You know, even when I was younger, bruh, I strayed away from like I strayed away from women who were below me in looks. Now I did hit them and quit them, you know. I was famous for doing that. But women who were below me, I kept it behind closed doors, you know. I didn't want nobody to see me. You know, I wasn't like proud about who I was sleeping with. You feel me? You know. Yeah, Captain Commander, yeah. Yeah, Captain Commander was holding it down, huh? Tearing them trolls a new asshole. While I was asleep, yeah, I appreciate it. I knew the trolls would kick in the door when I'm asleep. And I'm snoring and shit. They love to do that shit. You know. You know. Shit. You wanna? Yeah, tooted and booty, that's the old school. Yeah, man. There's no need to like settle with a woman that's below your looks level, man. I mean, even hitting and quitting it could be dangerous. Like if this female know where you work or where she live, where you live, she can stalk you, man. You know. The sub-5 females, they love to stalk and stuff, man. Because they can't find a guy that's on your looks level, so they go crazy. Sometimes you might end up getting killed behind sleeping with females who are below your looks level. Like I said, if I find a female repulsive, bro, I'm not gonna sleep with her, bro. It's disgusting to me. Wait. You feel what I'm saying? The running makes a whole lot of difference, man. Always run, bro. That keeps the fat off you, man. And I'm out here struggling, getting the bag. You know, once I get the bag, you think I'm gonna be with a sub-5 female? Then hell fucking no. Even without the bag, I'm not gonna be with a sub-5 female. You know. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Yeah, they are violent. I mean, because you know, they're used to sub-5 men. A lot of the times, they stay with sub-5 men. And what happens is when a guy like you that's desperate, your face match is not available, they're gonna come after you, bro. I mean, when you sleep with them, that's a good experience for them, man, because they ain't never had it so good. So then the talking starts, they fucking they want to stalk you because they haven't had a guy on your looks level before. You're probably the first dude that's around a 6 or a 7 that gave it a time of day. And they want that experience back, man. And then they get upset too when you hit it and quit it. Cause then they feel used and shit. I'm like, bitch, you were getting some pleasure too. It wasn't like you just laid there and let me hit it. You was getting some pleasure too. You wasn't doing me no favor. Fair exchange. Cause you don't want to commit to them. And they say, oh, he saw me as just a fucking chug. I saw he saw me with just a hole. Oh, that's my ex-girlfriend used to say, I'm not your hole. What you talking about? You not my hole. That's what she used to say all the time, my ex-girlfriend. I'm like, what is you talking about, man? I can see why your ass is about to be single now. Me and her broke up. See why you over 30 and you single. Look at the way you act. No man want to be bothered with that. That's why you gotta have your standards, man. No women over 35. No women are overweight. You gotta look at fat like it's disgusting. No swollen cheeks, no fat face, you know what I'm saying? None of that, bro. If the fat go to her face, bro, don't fuck with her, bro. The fat's supposed to go to the titties and the ass. You fuck with that. If she ain't working out and trying to keep herself in shape at least, don't even bother with her, man. Why bother with that female, bro? Why deal with her on a regular basis? You feel me? Because I'm like, what's the point of having bad sex? Just in there just to bust that nut. And then she gonna look different, like I said, man. She gonna look different after you bust that nut. Oh yeah, she gonna look different. You gotta think about what this bitch gonna look like after I bust this nut. When I think about boobs, after I bust a nut, I'm gonna wanna bust another nut, and then another nut, and then another nut. You know what I'm saying? The female, she was in the car looking at me. I guess she was hearing what I was saying. Kind of embarrassing, but not really. He said bust a nut. Like, man, this motherfucker's rated R. He's X-rated. You feel what I'm saying? And the thing is, man, when I say life is short, man, we're gonna die one day, man. I'm gonna get a slice of pizza real quick, man. A couple of slices, man, you feel me? We're gonna die one day. And what you gonna be on your deathbed thinking like, God damn, I could have had that woman. I could have had that. I could have did better, man. Settling for a female that's below average looking. Come on now. Let's just keep it a buck, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, now you're supposed to be having women that's around your looks level. A woman that does the same thing you do, she got the same like hobbies and interests that you have, like working out, maybe playing video games. She might like video games, man. You know what I'm saying? I like them too. We got the same common interest. You know what I'm saying? I see guys, you know, they doing martial arts and stuff, you know, but they walking around with a land well. I remember this guy. He was a fitness instructor at LA Boxing. You know, you guys know I talk about LA Boxing all the time. And that's where I used to work out at with me and my ex-girlfriend. Anyway, I think his name was Jeremy something, and he was a fitness instructor. And one day I saw him in Redwood City with some big old land well, and I was like, wow, bro, that's not like you're into fitness and she's into eating, bro. That shit is not gonna mix well, bro. You're gonna break up before you know it. There's two different people. It's the same thing when I was talking about what's his name? What's that YouTuber name? Game Abroad. Remember him? He traveled to Thailand. And he got with that Thai lady that had a nice little butt on her, but she was sub 5 in the face. And I saw that when she got with him, she put on some pounds, okay? Like every single video I kept looking at, she kept getting bigger and bigger. I'm like, bro, you into fitness, you into fasting. She's into eating and eat more eating. You know, like, do you guys ever work out together? I mean, what type of standards are those? You know what I'm saying? It pays to be picky because you get to the good stuff. You know what I'm saying? The ones you really want. Like, I would never be with that female in Thailand. The one that Game Abroad was with, I wouldn't be with her, man. Maybe for one night and then toss. Like, no. I'm good. You know? Toss them to the side after I'm done. Or don't do it at all, man. Just say no. You know what I'm saying? How you doing, brother? Let me get 2 slices of pizza with cheese and pepper, please. Yeah, 2 slices. So, 38? Appreciate it, man. Thank you. I don't change it. Thank you. I'm about to eat me some pizza, but I fucking work out, bro. You know what I'm saying? See, when you young, man, you settle for just any old thing. You don't know any better until you start having bad experiences with women who don't have the same interests, who don't have the same hobbies as you do, and then you clash and you think like, damn, maybe I shouldn't have been with her because she was not about that music life. I was about music. She was about fashion. We're not gonna get along because she's gonna want to always talk about fashion. I'm always want to talk about music. We're not gonna click together. You feel what I'm saying? That's where the standards come in. Is like, okay, I won't mess with you unless you're down with music. Okay, we pump and dump. To me, this just a fucking distraction. But when you're young, you don't know any better. When you're older, you start finding out who you really are as a man through experiences, bro. Hellcat got experience on him. If I know now what I knew back then, I mean, if I knew then what I know now, I would have never had settled for my ex-girlfriend. You feel what I'm saying? I've been like, no, she's not about music. I can't be with her long term. I can't be with her long term. It'll be a pump and dump situation. She's into fashion. I'm into music. We're not gonna click. It goes beyond looks too. Like, yeah, you want her to be cute and stuff, but also you want her to have the same type of hobbies and interests that you have. So that way we have something to talk about. Like, if she's not a bag chaser, don't even fuck with her, man. You know? Because that ain't nothing but a distraction right there. That's a distraction within itself. You want to stay in poverty or you want to stay in love? Which one? I rather get. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather get out of poverty than stay in love, man. Fuck love right now, man. You feel me? A woman, she ain't got the same type of hobbies or interests that you have. You gotta pass her up, man. Say, no, I'm good. Done for it. Nowadays, I run away from females who got like different hobbies and stuff. You know what I'm saying? We got to have the same taste in music too. You feel what I'm saying? You know, you want a woman to fit yourself, man. She a gym rat, we can work out together, man. You know what I'm saying? We can work out together. You feel me? How we gonna work out together and she's fat and out of shape and she stays at the house, man? I'm out slaving in the gym and she's sitting back eating whatever she wants and not exercising. I can see if she ate what she wanted and then exercised too. That's not the case. You see, this society has spoiled women so much that they don't even have to exercise and stay in shape to attract a man. Because you got enough horn dogs out here that will fuck anything that walks, bro. I'm not that type of horn dog, bro. I'm not that typical guy that thinks like land wells are attractive. I'm just not that type of guy. And some people hate me for it, man. They want to attack me about it, you know? You know, they want to attack me. Oh, he's like this, he's shallow. Oh yeah, what about women, huh? Women are shallow too. They talk about how fat you are, how balding you are, you know, how short you are. And you ain't over 6 foot. You won't even get a chance. You know, all the height requirements that they got. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want a female that's fat, because then you marry these women and they get fatter. I seen some of these dudes out here, man. They marry and have a baby with this woman, and that woman done gained about 20 pounds since the pregnancy, bro. Just while she was pregnant, she was eating everything in sight, just putting on like 10, 15, 20 pounds, and then she looked different. It wasn't, you know, this is not what you bought, man. Whatever you bought from the store is different now, you know. She gained a gazillion pounds overnight, and now you expect yourself to be with this woman for the rest of your life, and she can eat whatever she wants, and you can't divorce her. If you do, she taking half of your shit. Please, bro. Get a woman that can get pregnant and don't put on a whole lot of pounds, bro. I've seen that before. You know that guy, Sunshine Shoulders? He got this woman pregnant, the Filipina. She's still looking slim and trim, man. Even after the pregnancy, bro. Because it's not in her genes to get fat. I'm like, goddamn, I want my money back. This is not what I bought. Too late, sucker. You already married her, or you cohabitating with her. You know. That's why you gotta look at the mom too, you know. Meet the parents and see how they look. See how the mom look. If the mom is fat and fugly, bro, at her age, that's the future right there. You know. That's the future right there. If the If the mother is overweight with fat, tubby cankles, that's the future. You don't want to be with that woman, bro. Meet the mom as soon as possible, man. So that way you won't be stuck to her like glue, man. Meet the mom within a few months of dating. And see if she's overweight. Cause them cheeks be swollen. I'm telling you, man. A lot of these females, they got big old fat faces, bro. I mean, double chins for days. And you gotta live with that for the rest of your life? Hell fucking no, bro. I'd rather deal with a female that's slender and petite than deal with a fat woman, bro. Give me the Indian woman, that's a 4 over the female that gave me $200. I'll fuck with the Indian woman first. Cause at least she's petite and she ain't fat. All that excess weight, man, that shit is not attractive to me. I don't see how guys can do it. I don't see why a lot of you guys out here in this dating scene like fat women, bro. In Brazil, fat women get very little play, man. In Thailand, thick, fat women get very little play, bro. They have a hard time in the date market if they overweight. Any other country in the world say no to fat women, but America, bro. These dudes out here will fucking land well faster than you can say fast. And it's like, bro, can you see that shit, bro? Like a big giant land well that's bigger than you, bro. And can you imagine this shit, bro? Bro, don't you feel funny fucking her though? Like, this woman is 2 times the size of you, and you're on top of her, huffing and puffing and stroking, and you gotta lift that big old fat leg up just to get up under there, so you can get the dick in and shit. It's like fucking a beach well, bro. I don't like the way that feels. I did that before years ago. Went over to this female's house that I met online. I got over there, bro. She was the size of Kingdom Kong, bro. She was the size, man, bro. She was the size of a dinosaur, bro. And I went over there and I'm hitting it, right? Now I'm used to my ex-girlfriend. She's not, she's not big. She lost weight, she's slender. My girl I stayed with for 12 years. I got over there, I started hitting the shit, and I felt funny doing it because she was so big. It was like I could fit inside of her and shit, man. I don't like a woman who's bigger than me, bro. like, imagine fucking a big ass table, bro. That's how I felt, bro. Like your kitchen table. That's meant to feed like 4 people. Can you imagine something that size being on top of something that size? Just stroking. It's like, oh no, I'm good. That's why I like boobs, man, because she ain't fat. She got a little bit of chubby cheeks. But me too. Shit. I got a little bit of fat on my face. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like sumo size overweight. She don't look like a fucking sumo wrestler. What's up with the Captain Commander? In Brazil, they're serious about that weight, man. One time, I guess, there were a bunch of black women in one restaurant in Brazil, and one of the people that worked there said that I'd never seen so many fat women in this restaurant, or overweight. He called them overweight. He said, I ain't never seen so many fat women in this restaurant. It's like, yeah, they don't play that shit in Brazil, bro. Out here in America, there's too many horn dogs, man. Nasty, perverted motherfuckers that'll sleep with a woman that's hideous and fat. Every time I see a dude with a land well, I'm like, bro, really? This is not embarrassing for you, bro? They don't see it as embarrassing, bro. They see it as normal and shit. Like, no, bro, this is embarrassing. You are with a big old fat whale. You should be embarrassed, bro. This is not an accomplishment, bro. This is a failure, bro. I'm like, bro, you are tripping. You should never ever be with a woman that's half the size. I mean, you should never be with a woman that's half the size of the planet, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Never. Women, they talk about us bad. You know. You know, what's up with the kicks? You know. I don't want to be with a woman that's big, bro. I'm not into that shit, bro. I just feel funny doing it, bro. I haven't slept with a fat woman in like 5 years, bro. I only did it because of the pandemic. I was having a hard time, man. You know, I was having a hard time getting sex, and boy, I regretted it, man. My dick wouldn't get hard with her, man. See, sometimes you're not used to all of that, man. Like, if you're not used to fucking fat women, and then you start fucking fat women, your dick not gonna work very well, bro. It's gonna say, no, I am not attracted to this. You're doing it because you're desperate, you know. When dudes, they fuck fat women out of desperation. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think that's your first choice, a fat woman, bro? Men only fuck land whales because they're desperate and they can't get anything else. They're on a drought or some shit like that. Then them land whales start looking good after a while. Motherfucker ain't had sex in 2 or 3 months. Them land whales start looking good and delicious, like a T-bone steak. You know what I'm saying? But you got your horny gargles on though. After you bust that nut, you ain't gonna be wanting to be with her, man. So she gonna look different after that. That's what my homeboy said. My homeboy Eto, man, he died, man, though. He was an older cat. Eto was like in his 50s or 60s. And he had a stroke. He kept having strokes and he died, right? He was like, man, I don't know. You gotta think about what this woman gonna look like after you bust a nut. Rest in peace to Eto, bro. I was in my 20s and shit. He was always talking about, because I used to like be crying and talking about the woman and shit. that broke my heart. And Edsel used to kick in the door and be like, man, stop sniffing behind the woman, bro. I remember Edsel, man. Like I said, your time on earth is limited. Why just settle for a female that you're not really attracted to? Because you're gonna, like I said, you're gonna bust that nut and she's gonna look different. She's gonna look different after that, man. Life is short. I'll be like, oh no, I'll wait for boobs. I'll wait for her. I'll wait for the new Indian girl. I'll fuck with her. Cause I like the new Indian girl, man. She's pretty, man. I definitely see myself dating her, man. Holding hands, kissing, hugging and stuff. I can see myself with her. She got a nice looking face. I like her face. She ain't got no boobs or nothing. But she do got a little behind. It's not flat. It ain't like a big fat ass or nothing. But it's perfect. It's just enough ass there. It's just enough. And you guys know what I'm talking about when I say just enough, right? The booty ain't super big and ain't super small, It's just enough. What's up with it? That's who I rock with. A female that got some type of looks. That's on my looks level. Not the women who are below me. And fuck all that pump and dump and shit too. I'm beyond like even sleeping with them. Bad experiences, man. That's what went on with me, man. I had a very bad experience. You feel me? You get a woman pregnant, then what? Fat babies coming out, big time. Your kid gonna be overweight. He gonna be teased at school about his weight. And you gotta talk to your son like, son, when you get older, you're gonna be overweight. You're gonna have a hard time getting girls, man. And why would you do that to your son, man? All because you was horny? All because you didn't have nothing else to fuck? And you was going through a drought? And this land whale said, I'll give you a chance. And got the land whale pregnant. I seen it. These dudes are having babies with land whales. And you wonder why your baby come out to be fat. You feel what I'm saying? And you wonder why your baby is getting teased at school because of the overweightness. Because you were horny. You was a sick, horny horn dog. A horny horn dog that couldn't wait for the face mask to come around. You just impatient. You gotta fuck something right now. You gotta get something pregnant right now. You couldn't wait for your face match. You was impatient, man. No, face match, man, face match. Let these females get starved out of sex, man. Starve these these fat women. That'll teach these bitches to go to a fucking goddamn gym and lose some weight because the men stop fucking with them. If motherfuckers had standards out here in America, these fat women, I mean, it'll be less fat women to deal with, bro. It'll be less fat women because men wouldn't fuck them. They'll be fem cells, and they're having a hard time getting a man because of her weight. It'll make her go to the gym, bro, and stay in shape. But because we got so many horn dogs in this world that are nasty and disgusting, that these women feel like they don't have to go to the gym. They don't have to work out. They don't have to take care of themselves. They can eat whatever they want, swallow the whole entire world, bro, and still get a man. It shouldn't be like that. In Thailand, a fat woman would have a hard time getting a man out there. That's why you see a bunch of slim women out there. Can't be fat. Out here, men out here fuck anything, bro. We don't have a culture, bro. We don't have a... Thailand got a culture. No fat women. China has a culture. No fat women, bro. If you are fat in China, man, they would tell a woman straight to her face, you are fat. You need to lose some weight. In Korea, if a woman, even if she getting a little bit overweight, they'll say straight up, you are getting fat. Straight to her face. They'll come cold and ruthless, just like that. Straight to her face. You are fatter than before. They no filter. They for real. Out here, it is rude to tell a woman straight to her face that she's fat. Okay? It is rude. And it hurts feelings and starts fights. You tell a woman she's fat to her face, bro. If she got some street in her, she gonna wanna fight you, bro. You know what I'm saying? She go, what you say about my belly? You done did it now. She pull out the motherfucking the forks and the knives, ready to cut you with it, bro. She pulled out a steak knife that she was chopping up a steak with and a fork. Be ready to fight you, bro. Said, now I gotta cut you. now I gotta cut you. You done talked about me enough, boy. Now I gotta cut you. Now I done gotta. Man. Cut this off, man. Start blocking them numbers. You know what I'm saying? For real, like, but in Korea, let a female get 5 pounds overweight. They'll say, you look fatter than before. What you been eating? You ain't been dieting, you ain't been exercising. They'll tell her straight to her face, just like that. And that keeps the women in line. Cause then the men, they start backing off and don't want to fuck her, man. You know what I'm saying? And then that keeps them in the gym. But out here in America, it's not like that. It's okay to be overweight in America, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, the men will fuck with you anyway. The horny, desperate men, they'll fuck with you. So they don't have to go lose no weight. They're like, fuck a gym. I get men anyway. That's how they think. But let me tell you, it's not like that in Japan or any place in Asia. No, sir. She becomes overweight, she becomes sexless, bro. She don't get no action from the men, period. She won't even have dates. She'll be alone. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't like that over there, bro. Oh, out here is different. It's a woman's world out here, man. She can still get dates and have a good sex life, even though she's overweight. Damn. That's why I say we don't have a culture in America, bro. Anything goes. You know. But anyway, you guys have a good day, man. I got a fly sign. I'm here at my spot. I'll see y'all in the next one, man. You know, see y'all in the next one. I'm out. Peace.